Let's go through with this. Since now it should be something with zegapine, but we ain't never know. Dang, it doesn't say. Another autoplay. Let's go through with it. Oh, dang, all this dialogue. We're at the boundary space. I have foreseen an abnormality taking form on the lifeless world, and with it, evasion of Zegapane, Altair, and the Oceanus. Though I know not why, you must please hasten to meet them. We're at the hangar at the Archangel. Kigali, are you alright? Yeah, can't stand here crying forever. I'm just glad you and Athrun made it back. Really glad. Kigali. By the way, are you sure you're on board with this, Athrun? I know there's another one of you here, but look, we don't mind what uniform you put on, but depending on how things play out, we could end up fighting Zath, you know. Do you really want to go through with this? You're Patrick Zala's son, aren't you? It doesn't matter whose son he is. Athrun. It's a lot harder for a soldier to leave their way than you think it is, Kigali. Even more so when it's your own dad standing at the top of it all. He wouldn't have been fighting all this time if he didn't believe in Zaph's cause. And that's supposed to suddenly change? It's not that simple. Unlike Kira, he's a regular soldier of Zaph. Ah. I'm sorry, but if we're going to fight together, I have to know if I can count on you. Well, can I? At Orb. No. Even at the plan and on Earth, I thought about a lot of things I'd see and heard. About what's right and what's wrong. What am I understanding and what I am not? Even I still don't have the answer to these basic questions. But it's clear to me that you people share the same hope for this world that I have. That's how I feel right now. Heh, you sound like a pretty determined fella. Nothing like our Kira here. He's been like that since we were little. Orbs entrusted us with quite an obligation. It's a huge task. I'm aware, and you know, there are people in the plans that feel the same way. Like Lacus? The pink princess, you mean? Athrun's fiancé, yeah. They're hunting for her right now, after my father declared her a traitor. I see. Well, I wish we could do something about it, but we're not exactly in a good position ourselves. I'll talk about it to the big guys, but depending on what they decide, we may end up going to another world with Londo Bell. That'd be one way for us to make it through our current predicament. If you are, I think it'd be good for me to see what things are like in other worlds too. Got it. I'll talk to you later then. Other worlds? Shouldn't you go back to the Kusanagi, Kigali? But before that, I want you to see this. A picture. Yeah, my father gave it to me. It's a woman and her babies. Other side. My name's written on the back, and so is yours? What does this mean? My father said that I wouldn't be alone. You're twins? Ah. What does this all mean? I don't have a clue. Then the person holding the babies is your... Well, it's your mother, most likely. So what am I? Dwelling on it now won't do you any good, Kigali. This doesn't change the fact that the representative Zumi is still your father. Kira. Well, you should go back to the Kusanagi now. The captains need to decide what we're doing from here on, right? Yeah, you're right. Shouldn't you go with her? Things as they are now, we could be ordered to launch at any moment. If I'm with her, she won't be able to stop thinking about it. Good point. At the Rock Islands Bridge. You want us to go with you to a different world? I'm merely suggesting it. You could just as easily head for the abandoned L4 colony. However, we will not be able to accompany you in that case. Haz will be opening a gate very soon. Is that so? Should you come with us to other worlds, you would undoubtedly have to engage hostile forces in combat. However, in some worlds, such as my own, we had the full backing of the Earth Federation thanks to Commander Oka. That's why I say it will be a much safer way to procure supplies than the situation you face here. Furthermore, your fighting strength would be a valuable asset to us right now. We would greatly appreciate your cooperation. And finally, We have every intention of assisting you for the sake of putting a halt to the conflict in this world. I understand. We are indebted to you due to the idea. We are indebted to you due to the number of times you graciously come to our aid as well. And I also believe that we should fight against the threats that loom over not only our world, but others as well. Very well. And what about the Kusanagi? We'll go with you as well. I'll come back to this world to carry on my father's legacy. Understood. Then all ships should make preparations to enter the gate. All ships have passed through. All ships have passed through. Ah, my reading sucks. All ships have passed through the gate. Our current position is 80 kilometers northeast of Novosibirsk. Then it doesn't seem like we'll be able to make contact with the Duca line and the Oceanus right away. Was there a miscalculation in regards to the gate's exit point, or was this something Haza did intentionally? Hard to say for now. At any rate, we will now head towards Novosibirsk and begin searching for the Duca line and the Oceanus. Alright. Okay. We're at the Tolemus Bridge. Sumeragi. The true best girl, 00. You look grumpy again. Something on your mind? Yes. I've been thinking about the way the enemies of this world usually behave. The Verse Empire's surveillance network appears limited, and their Martian knights seem more concerned with acquiring and maintaining territory for themselves more than anything. So a desolate land like this doesn't have any appeal to them, which means if anyone were to show up here, multiple high energy readings detected from 9 o'clock. Comparing the data, it's the Vegan Empire. It would have to be them. Vegans. Vegans are evil and Brigandenser. So yeah, we gotta leave autoplay on apparently. The ones who returned. If the Vegan Empire are the ones skulking around here, that means the Duca line and the Oceanus could be nearby. We'll destroy the enemies here to cut on their military strength. All units launch immediately. So these are alien weapons. You're gonna have a hard time later on if this is enough to surprise you. We'll be fighting a lot of enemies like this from here on. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, let's send these guys packing so we can find Daisuke, Banjo, and the others. Ugh. It's like watching a very boring game of chess, honestly. Because we don't know what they'll do, or if they'll use up their SSR or something. The downside is Darion sucks with dodging, apparently. Good thing is they can barely damage him. Meanwhile, Zenkai Jurin itself will just destroy any enemy that comes in its way. Come on, fight like men. Dang, he really wanted to murder that one. But yeah, it makes sense that Zenkai... Because remember, the only real Megazords you normally see be super flexible are ones like the Ninja Storm, or in other words, Hurricaneger, Lupin versus Pad Ranger, some of the early Megazords. Oh, Gokaio from Gokaiger. That was a flexible Megazord. Whereas any of the Zenkaiger Megazords don't really move much. Enemy reinforcements at 11 o'clock. More mini FOs and saucer beasts. They sent in reinforcements right away. I think it's safe to say we're on the track to finding the Ducal Line and the Oceanus. Yeah, at least we got something. All enemy readings in the combat zone have disappeared. Notify all ships or continue on to Novosibirsk immediately. Oh, sorry. Basically, never mind. He said to destroy them all. Sorry. I messed up. Yeah, he said, hold on. He said, these enemies could be pursuing the Oceanus and the Ducal Lion. All units defeat the enemies on the battlefield immediately so we can rendezvous with both of them quickly. Yes, I wouldn't mind using the altair. Maybe because I just spam its map attack to destroy everything. Oh dang. You pissed off Zenkaiger. Or Zenkai Jiren, but I'm still just gonna call it Zenkaiger because I really don't care for Zenkaiger. Gokaiger was amazing in its own right, but Zenkaiger? Eh. It's not my cup of tea. Alright, all enemy reads in the combat zone disappeared. Notify all ships we're continuing on to Novosibirsk immediately. And then we end this part. Yeah. We're at the mess hall of the Ducal Line. We're almost to Novosibirsk now, aren't we? Yes. It looks like we'll arrive without incident. Unless we get hit with the meteor strike again, then we're kind of screwed. Our princess... Yeah. Sorry. Our princess's arduous journey will finally reach its end once Ducal Line reaches Novosibirsk. Huh. Yes, hopefully. Guess we'll be out of a job once that's taken care of. Let's just pray nothing goes wrong. It looks like your job has changed. Shizuno, I guess something big happened that you came here yourself. Yes, London Bell has appeared. Does that mean something bad's going to happen in this world? Actually, something's going down in our world. Specifically, it has something to do with the Oceanus and Zegapina Altair. Calling us out by name is like setting up cause and effect. Besides, now's not a really good time to have just us meeting with London Bell. Either way, you're sure to have some sort of hardship waiting for you in the future. You best get ready for it. Well, I don't normally take this stance, but it's been said, God will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. Is that from the Bible? It's not like Haza's a god to begin with anyways. That's not really how it's meant to, in the original text. It's not? In other words, you really gotta work on your straight man routine, Kaminagi. Well, different people interpret it in different ways, I suppose. Your talks are too hard to follow, Kyo. Ino's the only one that ever understands what you're saying. Yeah, you guys always end up leaving us out the loop. Sorry about that. Ino and I just talk about the same kind of stuff. I'm sorry, Ino. I really don't understand what you were just talking about either. Right, you see, Kyo was talking about... Inko, no matter how hard it looks, it's important you never give up. Where'd that come from? Ugh, Kyo, you're just gonna make this worse, so shut it. Oh, love interest stuff. Alright, I'll just go sit in the corner, I guess. Thanks, Ryoko. Once this is all over, I'm sure you'll have a chance to speak to him. I'll do my best, and I'm sure you will too. Right, partner? Right. Aw. I feel bad for Shizuno. We're at the Ducal Lands Bridge. And so, the Oceanists will be accompanying us once again. Of course, that would mean it would be unable to escort the Duke Lion, but that's fine. The escort thus far was a kindness given to us to begin with. From here on, we'll handle the problems of our world ourselves. Please forgive us for the dishonor of taking our leave before seeing to our task's complete conclusion. It's odd hearing Commander Shima speak like that. Just doesn't sit right with me. Mizusaki, should I tell you why you aren't popular with men? Doesn't speaking honestly strengthen a relationship? There's an order to these things. You can't just skip ahead and expect to win them over right away. Anyways, how do you think things are going to play out from here on? It's unclear how much of Earth's remaining forces have gathered at United Forces headquarters to begin with. And we believe that once Princess of Salem's survival is revealed, the traitors within the Verse Empire will begin to take action. If the Verse Empire doesn't receive the correct information, then the situation could quickly devolve into chaos. We will handle things from now on, at any rate. Understood. This is largely reliant on Haza, but should the situation suddenly change for the worse, we will make every effort to come running. Your concern is appreciated. Huh. So we're going... I got my bets. It's probably when... I'm trying to think what event it might be. It might be when Kaminagi was fully damaged. That's what I'm thinking it is. Is when Kaminagi was damaged. Yeah, it's gotta be when Kaminagi was damaged. Alright, let's continue on then. Almost through with this part, at least. At the mess hall. Well, that's disappointing. I was getting excited thinking it was finally my turn to take the spotlight. Huh? Oh, just talking to myself. I'm just glad to hear that you're all okay. We were worried about you and everyone else too, Daisuke. Though I guess you do have the super robot Granizer and Turn 3 to see you through. Not to mention the great strategist Inaho Kaizuka. Guess I got nothing to worry about. A strategist? I think that's a bit much. No, he's a strategist and a scientist. Never forget, he destroys one of their cats. He destroys one of the Martian cats through a literal steam explosion. How's Akito? Same as usual, I imagine? Yeah, he's still not exactly a people person. But we can still count on him when the going gets tough. I see. I'm sure you all will have your own fair share of troubles in the future. Just hang in there. I look forward to seeing you all again. You and the others stay safe too, Banjo. Okay, the Varaka hangar. I heard the Deutera gate in orbit is coming down. Yeah, which will lead to the creation of another Deutera zone. We may be able to stop the Deutera zones from expanding, but we can't stop them from being created. Nonetheless, we can destroy the Guard Zorm's orbital base. We'll just have to do what we can and take it steady for now. At least with the development of hollow bolts, the fighting's gotten somewhat easier on us. Still, the Guard Zorm are developing their own weapons at faster and faster rates. We can't allow ourselves to get complacent. I'm worried about Abyss and Sin too. We haven't seen them ever since Kyo defeated them before. They stole data on the Altair before. If they're using that to create something, then... Oh, here you all are. What's up, Meiyin? The Oceanus is back, along with the Rock Island and some other ships, it seems. I see, so Kyo and the others are back. I still can't forget that Liu Shen's in love with Kyo. They made it back, just like they promised. Can't wait to hear all their travel tales. Seriously, why did we not get his Zegapina? It was so cool! But, once again, this is a gacha game, so you're not getting... Because if we get him, that means we're going to have even more things in the gacha, and yeah, no. It looks like it's like a 2-unit... For the first 5 worlds, it looked like it was like a 2 to 3 unit max per series. Episode 86, Warriors of Darkness. Since I've received word from Varaka's commander, Isola, she says that she's aware of our situation and will provide us with intel of what transpires while we were away. Of what has transpired while we were away. Fortunately, we've already explained our circumstances to her once before, so that will save time with discussions. Also, Garuda and Harassville will be returned to our ship while we are investigating the anomaly. Our rendezvous point is Confirmed energy readings approaching. They're over 4s. So those are guards Orm. There's not a deter zone nearby, meaning this is likely a patrol squad. It would be best for us to proceed elsewhere. First we have to defeat the enemies. All units launch. If the guards Orm are our enemies, then we're not going to get left out. Let's go, Kaminagi. Okay, Kyo. You two are really into it today. Of course, we may be looking for a new place to live, but this is still our home turf. We'll take down the guards Orm to protect our friends and family on the servers. Might as well auto-battle it. Unless... Now we should be good. Yeah, all we gotta do is really just destroy them. I do like the idea, so the reason why the Zegapine has such good defense is because of the hollow armor. Then when they develop the Anti-Zega, which can destroy hollow armor, good luck. Yeah, the sad part is we ain't getting any more Zegapine units. Because we're nearing the end. This should be near the time, because we're at the halfway point. Remember, a little bit near the halfway point, Kaminagi became his wizard, or his witch. So, yeah, we're nearing the halfway point, or nearing the end of Zegapine. Because not much happens aside from the whole people who are starting to wake up and stuff. Of course, then again, I wonder who's going to appear for the last part. Normally it's some sort of whammy or whatever. That's another one down. Good job, Kyo. I mean, I guess. Those two are phenomenal partners. They sync up perfectly and refrain from any unnecessary movements. Kind of like me and Sho. All you do is run right along in the bill bind, though. Hey, that's mean. I tell you when enemies are coming. Alright, I'm sorry. Just don't shout in my ear like that. You know, Kyo, when I'm with you, it feels like it kind of feels like I can fly. What does that mean? Do you think I can be like them? Like Shizuno and Miss Arc? Of course you can. I mean, you're Kaminagi after all. Kyo, they really are a great pair. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Dead ahead. Fine by me. I say keep them coming. These reinforcements aren't showing up at random. Are they coming because of us? Heh, these guards Orm guys must be getting anxious now that there are more of us. Sounds right to me. And if they're gonna come at us, then we just have to smack them all down. So for now, we're just gonna play autoplay for now to get through this quickly. Since even then, my units are overpowered enough to go through everything. Let's see. So we got a little bit left, and then it looks like I was right. The Anti-Zega should be showing up by now because we're at the halfway point. Where, as they said, you know, after they got the hollow bow weaponry, they were overconfident. But unfortunately, the guards Zorn were planning ahead. And thus, the data they took from Altair, they made the Anti-Zega with. I'm kind of sad that Zegapine can never appear normally in a normal Super Raw Wars, considering the fact humanity has to completely die. But, oh well. There's nothing we can really do about it. I've confirmed the destruction of the Ulvifers. Looks like that settles things here. What was the enemy even trying to accomplish? It's possible they were testing our strength, but even so. We've detected a quantum weapon activating. There are 2 holonic loader readings in the field. 2. Is there another Zega ship nearby? No. Identification is unknown. It can't be. It's on the guard's arm. What the? Our, our light armor is dissipating. But how? The Anti-Zega pain. A black Zega pain? And Anderson smiling. Ah! Performing emergency transfer of altair. Recover then, quickly. They withdrew. Were they just after Kyo's Zegapine from the start? Who cares? Are those two gonna be alright? A black Zegapine. This is the guard's arm's latest weapon. Kyo. Ryoko. Honestly, regardless. So remember, the specialty of the black Zegapine is the fact that it can disable armor. It's like the GNX situation, where the enemy introduces a new weapon, heroes can't stop for like the first 2 episodes, then it becomes nothing. Anyways, at the bridge. A light armor canceller. After analyzing the combat data from earlier, we have determined that the guard's arm's new weapon is capable of disabling a Zegapine's light armor. So that was why the Altair was destroyed with a single attack. The holonic loader is the single greatest weapon we have ever developed, utilizing photon transferring technology. Through the channeling of high-density photons, an indestructible armor of light and an unstoppable spear of light came to be born. The Zegapine was a warrior of light that remained untouched on the battlefield. But all of those preconceptions have been overturned with the concept of this new machine, correct? Yes, it is a warrior of darkness that thwarts the light. The Celebrant designated a code name for that machine. The Anti-Zega Coatzalik. Could Haza's prediction be the appearance of this Anti-Zega? The machine has taken in the data stolen from their previous battle against the Zegapine, giving it more power than any machine previously used by the guard's arm. And while they are capable of nullifying our Zegapine's defenses, we'll have a considerably difficult time combating them. I understand. Then please allow us to assist when it comes to fighting the Anti-Zega. You have my gratitude. Meanwhile, we will have to hurry to restore the Altair. The machine is important too. But what about the 2 pilots that were inside? They were transferred along with Altair, and we have confirmed that Kyo Sugru's data is unharmed. Only Kyo's? Then, yes, Ryoko Kaminagi's metabody data transfer failed. Her data is lost. She's gone. The mess hall. How? How could this happen to Ryoko? Apparently, since her data itself was lost, they can't even attempt a recovery, unlike with Ark. Then she's... Is there really nothing we can do? We got technologies from so many worlds all in one place. There has to be something we can do. That's right. How's body supposed to be a lot like a metabody? So if we talk to her, then we can do something, can't we? I'm afraid I have no way to answer that. This can't be. I had just got done telling Banjo and the others we were okay. Damn it. Screw that fake Zegapine. And Soguru is safe? That's what I heard, but I can't imagine how he is mentally. He's got to be a mess right now. There's no way he wouldn't be after losing someone so important to him. Yeah. Hopefully we can all try to help Kyo once we link up with Garuda and Hrasville. Briefing room. Damn it. I told them the best souvenir would be for them to come back alive. If we just gotten there sooner and left straight away, the result would have been the same with the Anti-Zega as the enemy. It looks like Kyo Suguru is back inside the Maihama server. Can't say that's surprising. I was what the Black Zega was really after. What makes you say that? Are you going to see Kyo Suguru? There's no point in me going to see him. She's the one he wants beside her. She's to know. He doesn't want anyone else to feel the emptiness inside, does he? Kaminagi's apartment. Kaminagi's place. What am I doing here again? It's like something out of a movie. The protagonist loses his lover and starts wandering around aimlessly, drowning in sorrow. Except I don't really feel sad. It still feels like Kaminagi's going to jump out at any second and latch onto me. Her PC's still on. This folder. It's full of videos of me. That girl. Hmm? The day the world ended. The day the world ended. What's with this video? Looks like a documentary. On my Hama, apparently. Um. Hmm? This footage is a summer day at the end of the world. Shot by an older student. It's Kaminagi's voice. It's similar to the city we live in, which exists preserved as data, but it's not the same. The real one is gone, and now, only after it's gone, do I understand just how precious it was. Living things shine with light all their own. Kaminagi. We take life for granted while we're living with it. I know I have. We aren't very grateful for it. We don't even know how lucky we are, do we? But I guess that's just human nature. Kaminagi. Kaminagi. Ah heck, might as well end this with cause dude, Kaminagi's gone. Best girl is gone. No. No. Yeah, might as well continue. The Anti-Zega. Let's continue on. Okay, at the Rock Islands Bridge. We received a report from our fellow Zega that 3 Zegapanes in the African region, 1 in the Australian region, have been shot down by the Anti-Zega. Like a natural enemy for Zegapanes. Sorry, buddy. Not to mention it can use its quantum portal to appear and disappear at will. The Celebrum are in a tough spot right now. We'll have to do something about it. But yes, but even should we successfully shoot it down with your cooperation, this Anti-Zega would simply reappear again. What we need is a countermeasure to the enemy's light armor canceller, and we need it fast. Do we have any idea how to do so? Regrettably not. We're still in the process of collecting and analyzing data on it. That's why the Oceanus has sent Chris and Mei Yan on patrol in the Harassfeld. We'll send out backup if the Anti-Zega appears. You have my gratitude. And about the information shared with us concerning Ryoko Kaminagi, that is what Shizuno Misaki hopes for. However, we find the success rate to be extremely low. Actually, Tactical Forecaster Sumeragi had a suggestion in regards to it. The mess hall. Yo guys, sorry for just hopping in. Oh, Kyo. Did something happen? It's kinda sudden. I didn't think about a lot of what happened to Kaminagi. When do we celebrants awaken and start fighting? What are the guards normally after? Stuff like that. You think about stuff like that now, at a time like this? I don't have any memory of how things were before I was reconstructed. That's the main thing that's got me concerned. I don't even know how this world got to ruin to begin with. We've heard the explanation before, so we know a little bit about that. Well, I'm a relatively new addition, so I haven't heard it. It was the Orn virus, a virus that completely destroyed the genetic information of a human it affects. Within just a few years, it was able to completely eradicate mankind. But who even made it to begin with? A man named Naga. I see. I see you're here as well, Lu Shen. Anyways. You here to tell me to report Shima? No, this has nothing to do with him. I heard you were here, and so I came. Okay, so this Naga. Just who is this guy? He was the CEO of IAL Corporation, a worldwide mega corporation that grew into a conglomerate integrating all manner of industries. Huh. He's also the man that made it possible to use quantum computers practically. What reason would a guy like that have to make the Orm virus? A single one of the quantum computers he invented contained as much processing power as all of the computers on the planet combined. Suddenly the dream of housing cities, people's memories, and even human consciousness within virtual space was a reality. So you mean like the quantum servers? Yes, Naga proposed that people could achieve infinite evolution within those quantum servers, to become near immortal metabodies, speed up the passage of time, and subject ourselves to endless upgrading. That, as he believed, would lead mankind to true happiness. Are you serious? That's much too extreme. The intent is to place all of humanity into a quantum computer and use them as test subjects for endless evolution. I can see where this is going. So Naga released the orb virus so he could carry out his experiment, right? That's exactly right. Hmm? Turning into metabodies became the only way to save ourselves, but people refused. Many rejected the notion of because of ideology and religious beliefs. The entire world fell into chaos. People grew frantic, suspecting the orb virus to be some form of biological weapon, leading to war with their fellow men. In just 2 years, humanity was wiped from the face of the earth. So what happened to Naga then? Our lives would be much simpler if we knew that. Perhaps he's living within a server somewhere as a metabody himself. Once humanity no longer walked the earth, the IL Corporation's production machines activated and began to work, and their task was to convert the entire planet into a test site. So then the guard Zorm are either being led by Naga himself, or they're just following the behavioral principles he left behind for them. Even now, the guard Zorm continue to expand their testing grounds as Deutera zones. If things continue as they are, it's only a matter of time until they swallow the entire Earth. But the lab rats started fighting back. Metabodies rose up in rebellion and celebrants were born. Celebrants? Even digitized humans still have the concept of self-preservation. We live and die as warriors, but only because we choose to do so. Don't you think so, Kyo? But Kaminagi wasn't a warrior, and I said I was going to protect her. She was a warrior at the very end, and you wanted to be the one, and you wanted to be the one you loved. Ultimately, didn't you get your wish in the end? It's different for Kaminagi. It's not the same as Arc. You can't just gloss over what happened to her. All the thoughts I'm burdened with, all the pain, they're nothing more than triggers in my head designed to make me fight. It's all just pre-established harmony? Even if it is, I want to know what you're going to do about it. I'm saying I don't know what to do, okay? Kaminagi wasn't just data set to react like pre-established harmony. I'm positive that you are truly alive in this world. Ah, Kyo. Hmm. If you came to persuade him, it's gone quite poorly. So you can't work through the pain completely with someone else, huh? I'm afraid I just don't agree with that. Lu Shen. But even so, I love Kyo. You should try clenching your own teeth sometime, huh? Good going, me. I really am a jerk. Are you talking about what you and Lu Shen said earlier? Yeah, he wanted to help Kyo, so the solution was to ask him to go lick his wounds. You can't just lick wounds closed. They run too deep. They bleed like a son of a so you clench your teeth and you bear the pain. And eventually you conquer it. Those words you said, Chris, it sounds like something Ark would say. It's the kind of thing only someone who's lost the person they love can understand. Thanks. Lu Shen has high expectations for Kyo, because there's something he lacks inside. Kyo possesses something inside of him that Lu Shen barely understands. He hopes that something inside of him will change. Makes sense to me. That's my take on it too. But that's not the real reason. He just really likes him, almost as if... I guess we'll just have to clench our teeth for being so unreasonable with him. Right, let's get some Anti-Zega data. That's because, never forget. Actually, I'm surprised not many people talk about that, the fact that Lu Shen kisses Kyo at the end. And in the English stuff, he's like, did a dude just kiss me? He's like, yeah. Yeah, he did. Oh, snap, the Zegapina Altair's cockpit. Naturally, there's evidence that the light armor was destroyed here. I'm aware of that. I want to do a more thorough analysis and take a second look at the combat data. I finished checking out this area, but it's another miss. I'll start on the next one. I'm sorry for getting you to help as well. It's no problem. This is kind of one of my specialties, and besides, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in checking out your tech. Your stuff is actually pretty heavy when you're handling it yourself. It's probably obvious, though. It would take a long time for Facetta and I to go through this enormous amount of data on our own. I really appreciate it. Hey, so just out of curiosity, why are you so interested in Kaminagi's data for? On second thought... Nah, I shouldn't have asked that. Sorry, just forget about it. It's fine. I guess people love each other even when they're just data. It's actually pretty romantic, but... Well, anyways, Mr. Umaragi was thinking that it was possible to restore Kaminagi then. Hang on a second. This data is... Let me see. That is the metabody buffer. Is there a backup in that memory area? No, I don't think so. From what I can tell, this appears to be crash data. I'm unable to decode it, however. Uh-oh. She's searching through the data. Yeah, she's going through the data. We don't need to. Well, what the? Shizano, you're not. I finally found her. Yeah, this is it. It's Ryoko. We found compressed data of Ryoko from the Altair's memory area. She's still alive. At the bridge. Is it true that Kaminagi is still alive? Where is she? Inside the Altair. Look here. That's Kaminagi. This is what Kaminagi is now? What did you mean she's inside the Altair? The results of our multi-dimensional hologram analysis shows that there is a fairly good chance we may be able to restore her. We're repairing her data, just like we did for Yukio. As I've been told, Kaminagi's data should have been completely lost after her transfer was interrupted in the last battle. Fortunately, some of her composition data didn't transfer to the Oceanus. Remain within the Altair's metabody buffer. If it goes well, we should be able to restore Ryoko's genetic data and return her to how she was before. Okay, alright. Shizuno, Chris, I can't thank you enough. She's very important to our fighting strength and is our comrade. He looks so happy, but I feel sorry for her. We're going to restore Ryoko Kaminagi as quickly as possible. We'll need her for dealing with the Anti-Zega the next. Rasfeld has spotted the Anti-Zega coax leak. They're engaging it now, so it's shown up. Begin analyzing the data on the Anti-Zega sent by Rasfeld, and for the wrong kind of them as well. Roger. The Anti-Zega, the natural enemy of the Zegapina, of the Celebrants. I have to stop it now. Isn't that right, Kaminagi? Alright, so Battlefield Rebirth. And she's smiling. Kya! So a single hit can do this much damage with their light armor canceller stripping us bare. Mei Yen, have you sent the data to the Oceanus? Yes, as well as the data on the light armor canceller. I'd like to be able to hold on a bit longer, but I think that's more up to them than it is to us. Are you two okay? May you, everyone. I know you're gathering data on the Anti-Zega, but you should have retreated already. Yeah, you're being too reckless. Unlike you guys, I'm in a body that can afford to be reckless. Besides, you can't fault me for trying to set the stage for his comeback, can you? Kiyosogaru. So Chris has complete faith that he'll be back in the fight. We'll take over here. Take the Wrightsville back to the Oceanus. Aren't you gonna have a hard time taking on the Anti-Zega? I'll just have to clench my teeth as well. Though I may not mean that in the same way as you do. Heh. Entangle timeout. This will be our first time fighting the Anti-Zega directly. So long as we take him down here, we'll have resolved the immediate danger. Let's go! So all we gotta do is take its HP down. You have to admit though, this game does have a pretty decent soundtrack for a Super Raw Wars title. Of course, just like with any other game in Super Raw Wars, it'll always reuse stuff, like reuse soundtracks and whatever. But some of the original attacks, some of the original themes like the SSR themes are pretty good. Takes care of the two spirit commands. Dang it. Lucian sucks. Back to auto. I want to see what that thing attacks like. Hold on, let's... Why are we evading? Why are we evading? That's why, because Lucian sucks. Before anything, let's at least get that 5 chain real quick. There we go, now we got the 5 chain. Nah, actually, I want to see what that thing attacks like. Oh. Hmm. Close one. We can put that to auto. We complete the objectives. Come on, load. He's smiling. Light armor is harder to get around than I thought it would be. No effort attacks won't cut it. Its output is vastly different from that of a Zega's. Maybe its QL is better somehow? Light armor isn't the only problem. It looks like that machine is taking in the combat data from everyone else as well. You utilize not only the Zegapane's data, but the others too. This really is the worst enemy you could face. I guess you could say our opponent has the perfect countermeasures for us all. Fighting this thing isn't going to be easy. So now we gotta just figure out how to kill this thing. Ironically, later on in the series, it literally does not become a threat at all to them. Alright, we're back at the bridge. Huh. The Anti-Zega, Warrior Darkness. If we don't come up with a countermeasure to its light armor canceller, victory will continue to elude us. Restoration of Ryoko's data has been completed. That's her? Ryoko is... Send the data over to it. We're at the Zegapina Altair's cockpit. Goddamn, Anti-Zega. No one can stop that damn thing. Then we should stop it ourselves. I've missed you, Kyo. Kaminagi. Ryoko Kaminagi's restoration is complete. Launch, Kyo Soguru. What? But Kaminagi literally just came back. Let's go. If we don't defeat the Anti-Zega, then everyone will die, Kyo. We have Shin Getter. Trust me, I want to fly with you again, even if it means fighting the Anti-Zega. That... Alright, I know there's no arguing with you. Sorry, you two. Don't worry about it, Shizuno. Thanks for all your hard work bringing Kaminagi back. We're heading out, Shizuno. Right. Zegapina Altair, launch! Let's get out there. Entangle! Wait, we had great Messenger out there. Couldn't we just breast burn that thing to death? Or even thunder break it to death? Ugh. Ugh. They're using the light armor canceller. Watch out! Hmm? Is this a reading of quantum transfer? Our boy is back. It's time we take you down, Anti-Zega. The Altair came out. Then the rear pilot must be... It's me, of course, Mayu. We can talk later. I plan to use light armor canceller on the Altair. Stay away from it. Huh. Nah, no need. They're charging at it? This will end up just like last time. That won't work anymore. They blocked it? By constantly varying the light armor's phase of operation, we can render the canceller useless. Now I'm gonna smash straight through his light armor. Think this is close enough? Hold the bolt. Pressure! Ugh. They damaged his light armor. Don't miss this chance. Everyone, gang up on it. Oops. Dang it. Let's continue on. Leave dealing with Anti-Zega's light armor canceller to me. You just give it all you got, Kyo. Yeah, I'll pay him back for all the pain you had to go through all at once. Dang it. Let's try and kill that Anti-Zega. Alright, so all we gotta do is just murder everything. We'll take control for now. Dang it. So all we gotta do is defeat the Anti-Zega. Alright, what do we have to do? Yeah. Let's see. And we finished it. Ugh. The Anti-Zega stopped moving. It must have run out of QL. I guess even the Garden's Orm can run out of gas eventually. Hey look, we can see inside the cockpit. Abyss and Sin. No surprise to see them as pilots. They saying something? What's that sound? Wait, are the words sped up or people? Yeah, people of the light. He's talking to us. Where? Where will our battle reach its end? Hmm? They escaped with the quantum transfer. Looks like the other guards Orm were gone too. I'd have liked to have brought the Anti-Zega down today. Even if we did, they're supposed to be immortal. If we destroyed them here, they just show up again later. Yeah, the important thing is that we managed to find a way to counteract their light armor cancel with this battle. But Ryoko, how did you come with the idea of alternating the light armor's phase of operation on the spot? That was thanks to the day that Chris and Mayen got on the Anti-Zega. I'd never been able to do that on my own. Even still, it's your abilities as a witch that allow you to respond as quickly as you did. You should be more confident in yourself. Why don't you go back to my house, Kaminagi? It'd be nice to see Tomogai Mizuki again. Kyo? Hmm? I'm sorry, but I can't go back to my house here with you. You see, I can't leave the Zegapine. Huh? Yeah. At the bridge. Ryoko can only return to her original form while she's fighting in the Zega. But why? Complete integration isn't possible. Her quantum data within the Altair's metabody buffer is there's too much damage and too much data corruption during the transmission. This is the best we could do. Oh no. Lovers who can only be together on the battlefield. How will she live from now on? She'll grow up as Kyo's partner. It's the only choice she has left. You brought her back as a shadow of herself because you still need her to fight. Is that it, Commander? I apologize. The commander is away from his post and is currently speaking with Captain Bright. Tch, this happens to happen now of all times. Right as it's about to happen, now Kyo will. But I was the one who found it, her data. I couldn't get rid of it, not even a single part of it. Shizuno. Kyo, look at what I've become. Kaminagi. Pain leads to joy, but how much more suffering will we have to endure to reach the happiness at the end? At the bridge. I believe you all understand Ryoko Kaminagi's situation now. I can only imagine how terrible this is for Kyo Soguru. If she were not a meta body, restoration would have been impossible to begin with. There's no need for concern. From here on, when Kyo Soguru enters battle, he will now be fighting to protect Ryoko Kaminagi. And you believe that will stem his worries about fighting? Yes, for the celebrants, this is actually a blessing. Is there another way you could have put that? I mean, you're there. It is not our place to comment on their ways, Lady Kigali. They have their own way of thinking, different from ours. Besides, this is probably a better alternative than being separated for all eternity. At least that's my take on the matter. I guess. Discussing this now doesn't change the fact that it's done, and that there's nothing we can do about it anymore. Instead, we should turn our attention to the matter of the Anti-Zega. The biggest threat it posed, the light armor canceller, can now be neutralized by the countermeasure Ryoko Kaminagi devised. So long as their light armor is disabled, your Zegapine should be able to fight just like they have been up until now. Indeed, while the Anti-Zega still poses a problem in itself, the celebrants can now avoid facing one-sided annihilation. And with that, we can say that the abnormality Haza foresaw has been avoided as well. It was good fortune that we were able to utilize a countermeasure against the Anti-Zega this time. If only it was happening a little sooner, Kyo Soguru would. At the high school. What am I even doing? I'm not going to change everything by coming here. So you're back, Kyo. Good timing. This guy's been a real pain, so we want to bring him to see you. Ushio, Hayasean. Tuh, what you like, rap? I don't know what you're doing here, but it's never anything good. I'm not fighting with you today. I just want to be alone right now. Kyo, wait. I don't like this. Kawaguchi? I don't like you acting like you have to deal with everything all on your own. Ouch, you punched him. Ugh. It's just like the swim meet in middle school. Don't tell me you've forgotten how we never made it to nationals because of that punch you threw. Hey, Kawaguchi. This is too much of a hassle. Just let it happen. Works for me. I know you hit the ref because it was an unfair call. I freaking know that. Wait Why can't you just say that from the start? I don't do excuses. What? Are you some kind of samurai now? You're better off protecting some lord or princess then? It'd be a better fit for you than a swim club. Shut up. That's just how I am. We just happened to be passing by and look what we find. What's going on here? Just watching a chapter of their youth play out, I guess. Say what? Ugh. Ugh. Even I would have slept that referee, you know. Kawaguchi, you're bottling up too much. Trying to keep it all to yourself. If you have something you want to say, just say it. Something I want to say, well... Then, about Kaminagi. What about Ryoko? The truth is... Damn, it's really pouring. What the... What was that noise just now? What's wrong? It's just a... I see. Well, that's too bad. This is the end, isn't it? You guys... The server is failing, constantly running this world. Shizuno, what did you mean by that? It's to see the processing power of the Maihama server. It's impossible to simulate an infinite passage of time. The world will reset soon. Aside from our Celebrant data, the people, the memories, and the environment will all return to how it was 5 months ago. By return, you mean... It means exactly what she said, Soguru. Maihama repeats the same 5-month stretch time and again, always over and over. Kyo, you've lived Maihama's summer over 100 times before. I think that's enough for part 11. Woof. The second half of Zegapine, basically. As easily to explain this. Now we're up to the final arc, basically. Real quick, though, let's see what the next part is. Dang, that's beautiful. Oh, Akihiro, finally. But yeah, we're on to the final... Well, yeah. That was literally like the last couple of episodes until the final arc. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Until the next part, goodbye.